here we are with the setup of the first shot, and as you can see, it's nothing special. It's just a can sitting on a white backdrop. The whole idea for the intro was to zoom into the can from a wider shot into a tighter one. So for the first shot, I ended up using my Sony 35mm 1.8, and then I switched to my Sony 90mm and filmed a couple of seconds on that, and then I brought it into Premiere and added a zoom transition. So I'll set up the tripod now for the wider shot, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. So this is the setup for the wider shot, and as you can see, the tripod's all moved in. Really nothing special, just the tripod there. So I'm gonna put the camera on the tripod without any cuts and show you exactly what that shot looks like. And there it is. That is our first shot. From here, all you do is switch your lens to a 90mm, and then you'll have a nice transition. So for the twisting can shot, the setup looks a little bit something like this. Super luxurious, as you can tell. These, I have my blue raspberry and kiwi strawberry cans taped together, low enough in the front that the tape is out of frame, some bracing around the back, and some tape up here to hold the cans together. And that's how professionals do it. So basically, how I was doing it was I was holding the top of the cans like this, just to keep, you can see that kind of gap between them. I was trying to keep them as tight together as possible, have them angled towards the camera like this, and then I would put this can in front. Let's just get this one in focus, right? And angle it towards the lens, and simply just rotate it around with my hands like this. All right, so if you're really interested, this is the setup for the shot. You can see the tripod is just set at a bit of an offset angle, pointed diagonally down towards the table, and then I would have the cans in hand there. So I'll just put the camera on the tripod without cutting to show you exactly what that looks like. And there you have it. That would be our setup. All right, so this is the fish tank that I got for the commercial. This fish tank is 37 liters. I actually got this off my local Facebook marketplace. Somebody was letting this go for $20. The only thing is that it's a little dirty, so it just needs a little cleaning, and then it will be ready to go for filming. But this isn't actually my first fish tank that I bought. This is my second fish tank that I bought, because I happened to break the first one. By dropping my tripod on it, not once, but twice. So I'm gonna try not to do that with this one, and we're gonna try to make an awesome commercial. So I'll see you guys on the flip side. So as you guys can see here, I'm gonna try to clean the tank and get rid of some of these hard water spots that we can see on the side of the tank here. It's not too bad, but we need to clean that up for sure and make sure it's as clean as possible for filming. All right, so like I was saying, the fish tank on the table is not my first fish tank. That's actually my second fish tank. And I got lucky finding the second fish tank because my first one is actually right here. This one, as you can see, is all smashed up because we had a boo-boo. I dropped my tripod on it, and at first it just sent a big crack right through down to the bottom. And then the second time I dropped it on it, it totally shattered the glass, which happened immediately after I picked the tripod up. So it was never meant to be. So we got lucky with the replacement one because I found it the same night for 20 bucks off my local Facebook marketplace. And that put us back in business. Otherwise we would have been a bit screwed there. So got lucky with that one. Gonna try not to break this one. All right, time to clean this thing. Oh, my arm. That center brace is a jerk. It's like just a film of grossness, you know? Oh yeah, you can do it. Put your back into it. There's one scratch in it. It's in the side here. It doesn't really matter, but it's still kind of a bummer to look at. I'm like trying to like scrub away stuff, but it's actually on the outside. I'm like, why is it not coming off? What? Why are you doing this to me? Yeah, this one is gross. Gross. Absolutely grody. You gotta be clean. Clean, clean, clean. Clean, clean, clean. I said clean. I'm like literally on my tippy toes right now. Can you guys see that? Look, this is my normal height. I'm on my tippy toes right now. Squeak, 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 squeak. I can't wait to fill this thing with water. I'm a little nervous, I'll be honest. I'm a little nervous to fill it with water, I'll be completely honest, because haven't water tested it. Hopefully it didn't leak when they had it. It'll be good, don't worry. It'll be good. The front's not as bad.
Yeah, give it a good old nice scrub. Scrub a dub dub. Scrub it in the tubba. Ow, my elbow.
Alright, I lied. The front's worse. Absolutely worse. Problem child.
I think I was covering the mic there. It might sound muffled. I feel like I'm gonna clonk my elbow again in a second. I gotta be careful here. It's such an awkward way to clean a tank. I should have put this on the ground.
I've said that like a couple times already, that I should have put this on the ground. I just don't listen to myself ever. Alright, is that on the inside or on the outside? Well, that's definitely on the inside. Yeah. It's gonna take forever, man. I feel like... Dude. My arm, man. Switch it up. Switch it up. I feel like this is like where the water line sat or something. Gosh, it's gonna be annoying to clean. Alright, 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 alright. You wanna go, wise guy? Ow. That's twice now. Ah, damn it. Ah, man, that doesn't feel good at all. That doesn't feel good at all, man. I'm gonna crack open the other elbow. All right, hey, so we're back here with a bit of a different setup. We got the fish tank set up on these two much stronger wooden tables put together here because when I was filling up the fish tank with water yesterday, on the folding table, it started to actually bend and didn't want to have an epic accident. So decided to empty the fish tank, put everything away, and go with something a bit more sturdy. So here we are. We got this all set up today and can't wait to fill it up and finally get filming. So we're gonna get on doing that and see you on the other side. All right, so here I come for the first time with our new setup. Pouring in the water. Bon voyage. Here we go. Hopefully everything goes well this time. My girlfriend's gonna be helping me fill the tank, so here we go. Just getting about halfway. The tank being full now. Just continuing to slowly fill up with water. So far, so good. That's fun to watch. Alright, so I think this might be the last one, or close to. My favorite part. Watching the water aerate with the bubbles and everything. Alright, I really don't think I need much more water than that, if any. That's pretty good. Maybe one more. I had this piece of tape here, just as a marker. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go up to that. It's pretty full right now, so we'll see. All right, so like I was saying, I think I got the fish tank water level where I want it to be, but I'm just gonna pour in a little bit more just so I can hook up the 90 mil and see the bubbles aerate all close up. So next we have the setup for the bubble shot, which was just to set the camera and tripod up close to the fish tank, setting the manual focus at different lengths to produce our varying shots. It's a very simple setup that I think adds some ambience to the sequence. In this next shot, you can see me dunking the can into the water several times. I used my Sony 90mm on this one, and all you do is set up the camera close to the fish tank below the water line, looking up at the water. Once you flip the footage and post, it creates this awesome illusion that the can is emerging from the water. This is actually an idea I took from one of Daniel Schiffer's videos. He mentioned his friend Dennis had the idea for the shot and I loved it, so I borrowed it. But I think theirs turned out better than mine. Next up, you're looking at the setup for the first of the two can drop shots. Once again, there's nothing special going on here. I simply held the can about 1 to 2 inches above the water line with the label front facing towards the camera and repeatedly dropped it into the water until I got something usable. As you can see, this took a bit of trial and error because obviously we have no control over the can in the water, but it ended up working out and looking pretty awesome. This can of juvie spent a lot of time in the water. Okay, so this is the setup that I went with for the cherry shots. As you can see, I just have a piece of paper here that I'm holding on top of my clean backdrop paper. I set up this kind of scrap piece so that I wouldn't get any more of my clean paper dirty. And basically I'm just having my girlfriend hold the other side of the paper there, so she's just off frame right there. And this is it. It's very simple. It's very simple. I have my bowl of cherries here, and basically for the first shot that you see, all I did was one of those. That's literally it. So very simple. And then I'll set up the second shot and show you. Basically, it's just, I had the bowl in my hand here, and then just dropped it towards the back of the paper, and they'd all roll off the table, and then we'd have to go hunting for cherries. So a lot of fun, and we'll set that up now to show you what it's like. So for the second cherry shot, it's as simple as grabbing your bowl of cherries and just letting them travel down the backdrop paper and choosing the best take from that. Simple as that.
Okay, so back to the shot of the can drop, but with cherries this time. This shot was a little harder than the solo can drop because obviously I want the can to drop in frame and rotate on axis in the center, be in the focal plane, the label be front facing and not blocked by the cherries, and for the cherries to look fairly balanced during the job. As you can see, it didn't always work out as planned, but these were actually just some of the extra shots that I did to show that because I absolutely nailed it the first try. Luck was on my side and I got the perfect shot the first time. Every time after that, I couldn't even get a decent shot of the drop. Now going back to the final shot in the water, I simply submerged the can into the water, let go of it for just a moment, and grabbed the top of the can as it floated up towards my hand. I then added a zoom transition to make the cut a bit more seamless. Finally, we have the last shot of the sequence, and this one is supposed to be a simple continuation from pulling the can out of the water, taking a sip, and slamming it down on the desk. It took quite a bit of attempts to get this one right because I wanted to make sure I was putting the can down on the focal plane, and I really wanted to make sure that the Juvie logo was front-facing and spot-on centered. Ending off with a zoom transition onto the can, and this is what we've got.